Hey, good afternoon, guys. We're going to do a Bitcoin overview. If you guys are brand new to this channel, make sure you guys watch this. If you guys are OGs to this channel, I highly recommend you guys watch this entire video. I will be going over this whole talk about a Black Swan pattern, Black Swan event. It's being called a bunch of different names right now. So I'm going to be going over that, talking about maybe a $30,000 crash on Bitcoin, where people are kind of coming from, show you guys some evidence of what people are looking at. And then also I'm going to talk about risk management. And then we're going to go through diversification and show you guys cash allocations that I have in my personal portfolio so you guys can be set up in case we drop really, really hard. So let's just dive right in. All right. While everyone is freaking out about a possible Black Swan event on Christmas or the December 13th, we just won another trade. So we are now 88 for 88 wins. And this actually happened a trigger in of a buy limit today and also an exit. And this was for Matic of 6.25%. I'll show that to you guys right here. Ended up getting into this dip back down today on December 3rd. This was at 217. And then we ended up getting back up here into the profit today and just taking profit. And I wouldn't doubt if the guys in our group, everyone trading, is actually pushing this price back down right now because we all got out here at these top positions that you guys can see right here at 230. So just want to give you guys an update. I know a lot of people are like, hey, this market's going to crash. We're still making money as everyone thinks doom and gloom is going to come for Bitcoin. So let's dive in here. I'll show you guys in the second half of this video how to get into our trades here so you do not have to miss another one. But I personally think this Black Swan event is overpumped, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on this. Here's what I'm referring to. If you guys type in right now on YouTube, Bitcoin Black Swan event, this is what you guys are going to be bombarded with. 4 months ago, an imminent Black Swan event from BitBoy Crypto, over 1 million followers, touted as the biggest crypto channel on YouTube. Why the Black Swan author, says it's a Ponzi scheme. Michael Saylor, danger of a Black Swan event. This guy down here says December 13th, this date's going around 2 days ago, this was published 4 months ago. Deep theory of a cyber pandemic. Like, this is getting, in my personal opinion, out of control. Bitcoin 80% crash will start in the next 15 days, 2021. There's a lot of talk about this out there, and a lot of people are thinking, Bitcoin's going to crash. An 80% crash on Bitcoin, by the way, you guys just want to look at to see where an 80% crash would be, by the way, because I'm surprised that even got that many views. 80% crash from where we're currently at puts us all the way down here. It's going to put us all the way down at the bottom at about, let's see, $10,000. I don't see this happening, guys, at all. Just as people were saying that we were going to hit $150,000 to $100,000 before the end of the year, I said, no way, there's no way possible there. Now, I'm not turning this video into this is what I said, that's what they said, this is why you should follow me. Can we just look at some realistic data to show if this does happen, where could we possibly go, and how are we going to set ourselves up so we can take advantage of this drop? Because if it does happen, I am going to be so excited based off our risk management that I want you guys to be excited with me. So let's dive in here. Here's what I think a lot of people are looking at, and I'm going to use the VUG for this. The S&P 500 has a lot to do with the correlation of crypto markets. It's going to be a longer video, but I'll give you guys everything you need to understand this and trade this profitably in the months to come into 2022 and through December 13th and 25th, okay? So this is what a lot of people are looking at. This is the equivalent of the S&P 500. I told you guys in today's Ethereum video, I want you guys to watch this. It's called the VUG. The Vanguard Growth ETF is what I'm personally tracking. I think it's the greatest chart to be tracking this because it's the most correlated to Bitcoin and Ethereum in the markets that I can see. Okay. What we're watching is this. I'm going to push us to the 1 day time frame because I've been in here and I've been studying all the major drops that we've had in here, and I want to just show some correlation to this. What we're looking at is an ascending channel on the overall markets for the S&P 500, the top 500 largest companies in the US. We have been in an uptrend channel, and this has happened many times before, where when we're in these uptrend channels here, we start breaking down very fast to the downside because it's a nice correction in the market. We had one back over here on 2018. We had this nice pattern up and a nice correction down of a 10%. We saw the same type of pattern, an ascending channel with a very nice break back down, and it even went below the structure support for a 22% market drop. We saw this move the exact same pattern, move up here in an ascending channel and a break back down. Again, an ascending channel in the market and a huge breakdown. An ascending channel in the market and a breakdown. What I think people are looking for over here is this ascending channel with a possible breakdown here. Now we have come down 22%, 10%, 7%, and 30%, 29.83. If I were to average these out to give us some type of range, I would say right around 20% is where I would say this could possibly move down to. Now, let's make an argument of where this could possibly head with nice structure support, because the S&P 500, the VUG, loves to bounce off supports and trade those areas. We can see break and retest all the way through here as we go up. Okay. If we get a market crash, I believe we are not going to head any lower than $250 on the VUG. This is the one we're going to talk about, VUG, Vanguard Growth ETF. If this drops down here, Bitcoin absolutely will be dropping and it will be crashing. There's no doubt about that. And if we start moving down there, I do think it's possible to get down here around $30,000, but this thing is going to have to crash like crazy. Like the US markets are going to have to crash. People are talking about the second strain of the COVID virus, like all these things popping off now. It's going to send the market into turmoil. All right, let's just play this out and see if they're correct. In this video, so we're going to finish up on the Black Swan here, and then we're going to move in the second part of this video of risk management, and then we're going to go into actually diversification, and I'll show you my cash, and I'm going to give you everything here. This is the greatest structure of support here that I'm watching. It is right around 247 down to a zone of 240. This puts us right at about a 16% drop, and like I mentioned, guys, right at about a 20% drop, which is an average of what we've seen. This is a possible drop zone. But first, before we ever get there, guys, we have to pass the strongest support line here, which is at $300, because it's not only at structure support, it is at an ascending support line right here, where we would have to come back down here and not do any type of bouncing up to get us into profit and take us back into the money. Okay, if it does that, that's great, but what people are predicting is that this is just going to keep going down, and on December 15th, around Christmas time, the market's just going to crash, and that's what's called the Black Swan event. Okay, a Black Swan is an unknown. Michael Saylor, who just bought a ridiculous amount of Bitcoin, was interviewed about this Black Swan event, and he said, look, it's like this. It's like driving in a car, looking in your rearview mirror all the time, looking back behind you and thinking something bad's going to come, and you're missing everything in front of you. We are winning trades on this channel while a lot of people, not say everyone, a lot of people are freaking out, and we're still winning trades in this whole time. Now, if it does happen, let's transition into the part of the video where I talk about risk management, okay? I wanted to show this to you guys. I want you to watch this, because even if we break this support here at around 300, we have to then break this ridiculously strong support here over here around these levels, and the zone is between about 285 and down here about 280. That is a really, really strong support that we'll have to not bounce from and just keep crashing back down for a Black Swan event. Okay. All right. We're moving off Black Swan now, and we're going to talk about the risk management of this. So risk management here is very, very important. Watch this. You guys are seeing Bitcoin today perfectly bounce off this ascending support line. I want to just go over here this really quickly. What we saw was a nice crash down here, and we saw a perfect bounce off a 1, 2, 3 touch. I'm calling this a second touch, 3 touch here on Bitcoin. This could actually be pumping us back up into a rally. If we can break this descending resistance, break and retest, we could actually be moving back to 70,000 during the month of December, the month we're in, into Christmas, into January, and not even go down below this support. Okay, that is an absolute possible event, because what a lot of people are doing is they're afraid to get into the market. The people who really think this Black Swan event's going to happen, why are they not taking all of their money out of the market and just buying in lower on December 13th? I don't see anyone who's even talking about this and who's convinced of it taking all their money out. If they were convinced, they would dump all their money, sell all positions, and just buy in at a lower price so they can basically save their worries and everything about a drop. They're just going to buy lower so they can get more money than everyone else. I don't see anybody doing that. I actually see Michael Saylor, one of the biggest whales out there, actually buying Bitcoin in the last 7-8 days, and he's buying right now, okay? There's something that he might know that we may not. Watch this as well. Let's get on the 4-hour time frame so we can watch his indicators. Real quick, if you guys didn't see that on the chart here, look at what's happening down here. Price versus well money flow is giving us a positive sign of divergence to the upside. Money is flowing into this market. The trend exhaustion is moving up here. Price action wants to move up. Money wants to flow into the market. What happened here? A low and a lower low. This is positive divergence for a move back up in Bitcoin. That is historically what that means. Make sure you guys are getting the price versus the well money flow, trend exhaustion on your guys' dashboards on on TradingView here, okay? It's in the description. It's 81% off. Do not miss that. Go to the 4-hour chart with me, guys. Here's what I'm looking at as well. We have now pushed down into the red area on the trend exhaustion. And when we've done this before, this is where we are seeing moves back up in the market, and we aren't staying down too long. We are seeing pumps back up. Even if we look at these 2 touches down here for Bitcoin, this is when we were leveled out and we saw these pumps back up in the market. I am looking for this market. Yes, it could go down a little bit further here. This might even go down a little bit further, but I do expect to actually possibly see a bounce up over the weekend for crypto. Now, let's talk about this risk management thing. If you guys are going to be seeing this Black Swan event, if you personally think this is going to happen, then what I have personally done and what I want you guys to do, because I'm going to prepare for this to happen, not because I think it's going to happen, but because of this principle. I always prepare and expect the price to go against me when I enter a trade of crypto. I know it's not a bullish outlook, but I really do believe if we, sorry, I took my hands off the computer to like talk this out. So you're not seeing my cursor move. I really do believe that if we get into trades with the mentality that the price is going to go against us every time, that will force us to have good risk management, and that will keep us in the profit. I do think we have the highest win rate channel on all of YouTube and the highest percentages per trade, and I'm trying to give you guys my perspective on this because I think we have something special over here. This is what I've done. I have just injected, you guys saw this a couple days ago, I injected another $35,000 into my Coinbase account. I'll show this to you guys in my portfolio. So I'm here, I'll give you guys a current update and I'll refresh this so you guys can see this isn't like a I don't know, screenshot or whatever. This is my real personal account. So I injected another $35,000 in here. Break even for me is at $86,000, okay? So we're literally sitting down here only $1,000, which we've actually made back $1,000 already with the withdrawals we've done this year. Very close to that. So literally our count is down like only maybe 5% at the moment. Maybe not even that. Maybe like 3%. 3%, guys. And this market's been crashing. I know people whose accounts are down 50+% in this crash. Even with ADA, and we bought in way up here, our whole account is only down about 5% if you take in the withdrawals that we've done this year. This is why people are trading this strategy and they're not concerned. They are getting excited if this market crashes. Okay, risk management, diversification. What I have done is I have split my money into multiple different coins here. I am in Cardano, I am in EOS, I am in Solana, I am in Chainlink, Dogecoin, Ethereum, and then Polkadot. Okay, I'm in all these different coins. I've added more in here. If in the event that we do end up seeing a flash crash in the market, there are times when certain cryptocurrencies will act in negative correlation to Bitcoin. That means that they do not follow suit with the drops of Bitcoin. They actually trade inversely and they go up. That has happened sometimes on Solana, and it has happened sometimes on ADA. Go look at May 15th, and ADA hit an all-time high while Bitcoin crashed all the way back down. Okay, it was a crazy crash for Bitcoin on May 15th while ADA went to an all-time high. I am positioned into these different coins to help give me good risk management and diversification, okay? I got into those other coins. I'm going to be putting more money in here because if this goes down further, I want to get even more positions in here. I just couldn't do more than 35,000 because Coinbase locked me in here. So that is what I'm telling you guys is if you think this is going to happen, regardless if it's going to happen or not, I really want you guys to be diversified into multiple coins because there's sometimes you're going to, like, look at this. ADA is just going down. Matic right now is going through the roof. And if you guys are in Matic, that's a great spot, coin to be in because sometimes it doesn't act in positive correlation with Bitcoin. It will act in negative correlation. Bitcoin's going down, Matic is going up. Do you see that? That's a perfect example to show you guys. I'm not in Matic because I think personally this is far overextended and I think the other coins could do this if we see a drop, okay? Here's another thing I want to share with you guys. I'll go over the metrics. I'm just giving you everything possible in this video. In the event that this does happen, it is very important that you guys check this one thing right here. How much money do you have in fiat? I do think that it is possible. I'm not saying a Black Swan event isn't possible. I'm saying that I do think it is possible with what we're seeing here because I agree that there is a correction that should be had and is due for the S&P 500 based off the studies I've done here of ascending channels. It is broken every single time we've had an ascending channel. We've had a large drop and we are yet to see that drop on this ascending channel. It's just a question of when. All right. So how do you set yourself up if we're going to see a really big drop in the market? It has to do with putting yourself into a cash position. If you guys think this drop is going to happen, your account portfolio should be at least 50% in cash right now. Okay, at least 50%. The reason why our account is not down that much is I have 61% in cash. All this cash is actually devoted to buy limits right now in the market. So if we crash back down, we're going to be getting into some incredible positions here before we start moving back up. So cash positions are really good to have. And if you guys are over leveraged in the market and you guys have trades in here where you guys only have, let's say you have 5% or 10% cash in here, that could be a crucial thing, giving you guys a light bulb moment right now of, hey, you guys could be losing 30, maybe 40+% of your account if and when this event happens, okay? With everybody talking about this, they're almost going to create it because they have so many people are talking about it. So I had to get on here. I'm not to like join those people, but I'm trying to say if this actually does happen and we do see a crash in the market here, you guys want to be prepared. And I believe the best way to do this is to be diversified, to get into multiple buy limits, as well as get into cash positions. All right, let's go over the metrics real quick, and then I'll show you guys how to get into our trades with our buy limits. So you guys can actually trade this with good risk management if and when this does happen. Okay, I'm actually staying more bullish than I am preparing for emotionally for a black swan event. I don't get emotional about this, guys. I just trade the markets and I use good risk management. That's how I believe you guys should be doing this too. Okay, emotional index on Bitcoin. We are sitting in the neutral section right here. This basically tells me, Bitcoin up here, we're kind of just neutral. We're like, all right, we didn't crash down here. We've already been to this support before. We didn't fly up there. We're kind of neutral. I believe the best thing to do right now is set up the buy limits for all of our coins so you guys can get in here for the weekend in the next few weeks. If on December 13th there's a crash, if on Christmas there's a crash, get your buy limit set up. That's what my call is here. Here's what we're seeing here, guys. There is a little bit of indecision that is happening right now, which again is a little bit of a reason why I'm coming out with this video, because it may happen. We're not seeing an incredible increase with long trades in the market. Okay, this does show us this. I want you guys to watch this. When price action has been going down in the past and long trades have actually increased, this has actually prophesied, if you will, a pump in the market in price. This has price action moving down, and this shows a pump in the market here, and the price actually went up here. Then we come over here and we see that the price action is moving down, and long trades are actually moving back to the market. Could this actually be one of the biggest fake outs that the crypto market has seen, where a lot of people think we're going to crash back down, and it puts a lot of short trades in the market just to have this pump back up and see one of the craziest rallies for the first of the year moving into January? That is possible as well. The opposite of a black swan event of a crash could be catching people on the wrong side of the market here, and an incredible amount of money flies into this market and actually pushes us back up because of the opposite thing happening, which is what's expected of a black swan event. People shorting, stop losses on shorts being hit because they're going to place their shorts up here, structure high. This market comes flying back up, and everyone who went short basically reverses their trades into long positions, and then this thing just skyrockets up here. That's something that could happen as well. How do you get into both positions so you're good? Set your buy limits up and get into positions now so you have money in the game, but the rest of your money in your positions are at good dollar cost average entries if we go down. I'm teaching you guys how to trade these markets both ways, if it goes up and it goes down, so you take advantage of the profits. Long versus short trade risk. We are still sitting in this good long trade section, and I do believe this is still a great place for a long trade. I'm not going to change that sentiment. Here is something that it's not making me nervous at all. It's just something that needs to be observed. What we've seen here has been really interesting. I've actually never seen this type of behavior before out of Wells Institutions and Smart Money here. There is not a lot of confidence for long or short trades. It's very small here. The metric value has only pushed down basically to around like 210, maybe 225 on both the long and the shorts. And majority of the time, this is looking for actually shorts in the market because we've been heading up here, looking for shorts up here. And it actually has held true. The Wells Institutions have called this move yet again by placing short trades versus long trades, and that's where the drop has been happening. But there is a little bit of indecision going on right now, not knowing if we're going to crash or if we're going to head back up here. So this is something that I'm watching here. This does show indecision, okay? So again, I'm teaching you guys how to set this up correctly. I will actually show you guys the buy limits for Bitcoin in this video, so I can show you everything. Again, you want to stay till the end. So looking at support resistance prices, we could come down here and crash. Well, let me just put it this way: 53,000. Let's look at where 53,000 is. 53,000 is where we're already at. We've already crashed through this point. This was correlated exactly to where we drew the line here. On this chart here, guys, this is why you draw trend lines on your chart, and I have this on here to show you guys. We perfectly bounced off this line. This is like as perfect can possibly get. This is the trend line I've been watching here for like 3+ weeks is this ascending support line, and we bounced off it perfectly. We're also sitting down here in the red trend exhaustion area, and we're seeing a bounce back up. We could be seeing a bear fake out to the downside. What's called a bear trap is what I was calling this morning, a bear trap to the downside, and this could actually start moving back up here to the resistance. And this could push Bitcoin into a very nice rally. And everyone who got into trades with us today, when I called out I'm putting in $35,000, we're all going to be in the profit. And this whole Black Swan event could just go to nothing. And it could just be gone away, and we're all going to make money while everyone else is freaking out about it. Okay, that's a possibility as well. Okay, dollar cost average entries. If you have $10,000, you want to throw $1,000 in the market, not a bad place to do that with these indicators, okay? Exit points, we haven't seen anything come out yet because we're still waiting for this to move back up here and then see a drop, but I want you guys to be watching for that as well. Okay, currently in a golden cross. A death cross is when your 50 is below the 200-day moving average. We're not there yet. This is still overall a bullish scenario based off these two moving averages that originally started in stocks, but a lot of people have adopted them. Okay, let's go over this. I'll show you guys the pricing, and then I want us to actually go over the trades here. So you guys have saw this today. We have people doing ridiculous amounts of money in here. This guy's in here. I love this one because it's just what our channel represents. He's traded for 6 weeks, and he has done 25 for 25 winning trades with our system, and he has not used any leverage, and his account is up about 50%. Now, he may not be using all the buy limits. He may be putting more in there, but I want to show this to you guys that even people who are kind of, adopting this to their own strategies, it is really important that you guys have our system, you're understanding the risk management, and you guys are getting the indicators. This guy did $20,000 on crypto and stocks with the trend exhaustion and price per money flow alone, okay? This guy down here did $7,000, and on Fridays, I just like to show this to you guys sometimes. 61,000 is not unlikely on our channel because we have a lot of actually millionaires that trade on our channel that I coach, and people do very well. And then we got people down here doing, $30,000 in 3 weeks using the metrics and following the advice. Really awesome. Okay, this is what you guys want to do. I'm going to go over the pricing. I'm going to actually go over the live trade setup right now so you guys don't miss this. This is only $49 a month. I am going to be upping the price of this coming into the next month. So make sure you guys are over here and you're signed up for this membership. This is how we're winning all these trades. This 88th trade was actually taken using our buy limits today on Matic, and you guys were able to get into that and follow the Telegram channel. And everyone who did that, you guys just made 6.25%, just like that, by following the channel today. This didn't happen yesterday. This literally happened today, this morning when we got triggered in, and now we're already in the profit. This membership will give you access to all the metrics in here, but this is where I want to talk to you guys about is the live trades, okay? All of our wins have been taken from this front page here. Let's get into Bitcoin. I'll show you guys how to trade this. This updates every single day. A lot of you guys got into this down here because the call this morning at 12:03 was $56,000 for the entry for Bitcoin. 56,000 has obviously been hit in this, and you guys are currently in a loss at the moment on this. We're still managing this trade, and I have no doubts, guys, we're going to do fine on this, and Bitcoin hasn't even hit our second buy limit. We have a third and a fourth buy limit set up. This is good risk management. This is why I'm not worried whatsoever about a possible Black Swan event. Okay, here's what you guys are going to do. You guys are going to use good risk management on this channel. If you follow the entries that I give you guys, you will be fine in a market crash. Seriously, I've already been through the 2017-18 crash. I've been through this crash. We've already been through this one. We've made money through every single one of these on this channel because we've actually traded this since March of 2021, okay? We've been through the crashes. What you guys are going to do for all of our charts here, let's say you have $1,000 you want to trade with. You're going to split this $1,000 into 4 equal portions, so $250 each, and you're going to place it at each one of these buy limits. The reason why these are so far spread out right now, and usually they're a lot closer, is because the higher you go in price, the greater chance of a drop back down. The lower in structure you are, the lesser chance you have of moving back down because the 0 point is so much closer. If the live price, guys, let's just say that the market did something like this and the live price was right here. I would have buy limits a lot closer in here. Why? Because it doesn't have that much room to get to zero again. Since we are up at this $56,000 area, this is why the buy limits are spread out further. And I meticulously place these lines here at Fibonacci levels, bank levels, whole numbers, quarter series levels, bot levels. You guys, I spend so much meticulous time pulling these. You do not want to miss these, okay? This is why we've been so successful. This is the indicators and the metrics. So once you guys have your first buy limit set and it gets hit like a lot of you guys had today, do not move any of the buy limits below these first buy limit, okay? Keep them all where they're at in your exchange. What you guys want to do is set up a sell limit in your exchange here at 64,900 at a 100% exit in case we shoot up here and we actually get the opposite of a black swan event and we end up pushing into the profit and we actually make a lot of money overnight. I will most likely call an exit before we get up there, just like I did on Matic. We didn't hit our sell limit for Matic based off our metrics, but I gave you guys a call and we moved our stop loss to break even, so we guaranteed ourselves a win. That all happens in the Telegram channel with the indicators, okay? Sorry, that was a terrible line here. What you guys want to do is sign up on Telegram on your phone or your computer first, and then you want to click this link right here, and it will give you guys a hot link into the Telegram channel where I'm calling exits with the indicators. Now, the indicators over here are on sale right now. You guys get this for 81% off. I am going to be upping the price of the price versus the well money flow. I'm going to be upping the price of the trend exhaustion, as well as upping the price of the trend dashboard in the months to come. I'm also looking into upping the entire bundle pack again from the price increase I did just a couple days ago when our sale ended. So make sure you guys are getting this because it's 81% off versus 60% if you guys are buying them individually. These three are the ones that you need to copy my charts, and these are the ones you guys need to understand the exits that I'm doing, which you guys can use this on every single market. I'm also using these to call the drops and the tops and the bottoms on the VUG, the S&P 500, which is pulling into our analysis now. So make sure you guys get the bundle pack because this will literally be the best savings for you because you're paying a few more dollars and you're actually going to get 6 indicators instead of the 3 that you guys need. So make sure you guys just snag that in the description. Definitely don't want to miss that. So that is a full overview for you guys of what I'm looking at. If I had to make a prediction for the weekend, I think what we're going to do is actually either, go into somewhat of a sideways pattern here or actually see some type of pumps back up in the market over this weekend. I don't think this weekend we're going to see a crash back down, but if over the next couple weeks, people get their way and they get their way and it's like, December 13, the market's going to crash within the next 15 days, the market's going to crash in here. If that does happen here, I want you guys to be prepared. And the way you guys do that is using the dollar cost average entries, get the indicators to watch these pumps in here and the drops, because that's how we're going to call it this next week as well. And then I want you guys to be following me in the Telegram channel, because if I see something over the weekend that's leery and I want you guys to know, I will show that to you guys in the Telegram channel as well. So getting your buy limit set up, getting diversified into multiple coins. You guys know I've only, what my call has been this, and I'll end this video here. Ethereum, ADA, Doge, and VET. That has been my call for such a long time. But now I'm personally diversified into all these different coins here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different coins in case we start seeing these moves back up or moves down and we get some coins that are positively correlated to Bitcoin and some that are negatively correlated. That is also how you somewhat hedge yourself against a drop in the market, because some of these could actually start moving up just as Solana did here, just as Matic did here on our exit here. While Bitcoin is going down, Matic is going up. This is why we want to be hedging ourselves into multiple different coins. All right, guys, God bless you so much. Have an amazing, amazing weekend. I take the weekends off to be with my family, go to church, we rest. We do not trade every single day. Set the buy limits up just as I have done. They're all going to get triggered if we drop, or if we get into the profit, guys, we're just going to make more money and we're going to go for 90 for 90 wins on this channel. Probably by December 15th, we'll hit 90 for 90 and then we'll try to go for 100 for 100. So make sure you guys get the membership before that goes up in price, as well as the indicators. And also make sure you guys are in the Telegram channel and setting up your buy limits so you guys are prepared for anything that happens. All right, guys, have a good weekend. Everything you need is in the description, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye, guys.